Statseeker version 5.5.3 introduces customizable graph titles for all graphical reports. Prior to 5.5.3, while the report header was customizable, the title displayed for each graph contained within the report was fixed. Let's jump into the configuration for a graphical report and have a look. We've got a basic graphical report here. Structure is set to graphs, reporting on interface data. We have a filter in place restricting the report scope to only those interfaces in our routers group. We're returning inbound and outbound utilization and sorting the busiest interfaces to the top. At the top of the graph section in the config, we have a new graph title option. It's currently set to default, so let's run the report and see what that returns. So we have device name, interface name as the default graph title. This default format of device name, entity name is what we are used to seeing from the earlier versions. If the report was looking at temperature, it would be device name, temperature sensor name. And if we're looking at file system utilization, then it would be device name, file system name. Let's head back into the config to review the other options available. So you can see we've got advanced, interface, and device. Let's look at device. We now have access to any of the configuration fields for the device object. No time series fields, no event fields, just the config fields. Let's select IP address and rerun the report. And now we've got device name and IP address. Back in the config, we also have interface. Now this is because we have the report data type set to interface. If we were reporting on CPU metrics, then we'd have CPU as an option rather than interface. Again, we've got the configuration fields associated with that object, and I'm going to select interface title. Now this was actually the driver for the new feature. We received a feature request from a few of you to be able to display the interface title instead of the interface name. So we took that idea and ran with it. And here we have the device name and the interface title. Back into the config screen and we'll have a look at the advanced option. Now it's the advanced option, so the gloves are off here, but you're now able to specify any combination of configuration fields from the device and whatever has been specified as a report data type, as well as any basic strings that you drop into the field. Now the output is still going to prefix whatever you specify here with the device name, so keep that in mind. You can see that when switched to the advanced format that the title field that we previously had selected was updated to the advanced format equivalent. Now this is the syntax required when referencing a field. Double brace, entity name, field name, close your braces. If I wanted to reference the IP address as well, I can just add that in using the same syntax. Open braces, device, dot, IP address, close braces. Everything other than what is located between the double braces is treated as a basic string. So if I wanted to encase the IP address in brackets, I'd just drop them in. Add some more text. And then we get to the interface title. Now, notice that when we switched to advanced, title became port.if title. If you've used the API before, then this is very likely familiar to you. If not, you can always do what we did here and select the field first and then switch to advanced to see how to reference it. And here's our report. Device name, IP address in brackets, our text, and the interface title. And that's how to specify custom graph titles in your reports.